Good morning, children. Today we are going to start a new lesson, that is Taro's Reward, a Japanese story in front of you. The story is about a young woodcutter whose name is Taro. He was a very thoughtful and a loving son. He wanted to work hard to fulfill his parents' desires, his parents' wish, and he gets the help some in unexpected way. Let us see how. You see, Taro was a young woodcutter. He lived with his parents in a lonely hillside. This is in this picture you can see his parents. They are in a very poor condition. They live in a hut. Okay. One evening when Taro and his parents were sitting in the corner of their hut. Here hut means what? Hut का मतलब क्या है? Hut का मतलब झोपड़ी है. Okay. This is the spelling here given. See hut. Okay. Then when the strong winds blew, it whistled through the cracks. Whistling का मतलब क्या है? This again the word is given here. You can see. This is the word whistled. Whistled का मतलब होता है एक सीटी करती हुई आवाज. Okay. When the wind blows, it makes a whistling sound. In this way, the wind was blowing through the cracks of the hut, and everyone felt very cold. Suddenly, Taro's father had a wish. What was the wish? He wished to have a cup of sake. Now, here you see the spelling of sake is given here. You will not read it as here below. Let me change it. This is the spelling of sake. Above the heart. Yes, this is sake. Not don't read it as sake. Okay, it is sake. It is a Japanese drink. Okay, it is a tree. It is like tea, and which is commonly drank by people when it is very cold during the cold weather to warm up the body, and it is a very expensive drink also. So his father wished to drink sake. So what happened? Taro jumped out of the bed earlier than usual and made his way to the forest. He chopped and cut wood and cut as the sun climbed. As soon as he was so warm, he had to take off his jacket. His mouth was dry and his face was wet, and he was sweating. He was thinking, my old poor father, if only he was as warm as I. Okay, so here we see next morning itself when his father desired to drink sake, Taro went to the forest. He thought of working very harder, and then he started to work also. With the thought that his father needs sake to drink, and he had to have some money to buy sake. He chopped the woods faster, thinking of buying extra money so that he can buy sake for his old father. Next page. Then suddenly Taro stopped chopping. As he was in the forest, he was chopping the wood. He stopped chopping. He heard some sound. Why? And he was thinking, what could it be? He went there. He saw what? He saw a rushing stream. Stream मतलब क्या है? Stream मतलब एक spring है, झरना. एक झरने को देखा. But earlier he has never seen that stream before. You can see the picture is given here. This is called the stream. ये इसको बोलते हैं stream. ये जो झरना है. Okay. Earlier he had never seen the stream there. But suddenly he saw a wide spring flowing over there. And then he ran to the direction. And what he saw? He knelt at the place and he cupped his hand and put his lips and started to drink it. And when he was drinking, he was quite amused. He was quite surprised. Why? Because it was the delicious sake. What he was drinking was not water but a sake. Okay. Taro quickly filled the pitcher he had with him and hurried home. And he took a sake from the stream. Okay, and then filled his pitcher also and went back home and gave it to his parents. Then his old parents were so delighted that their son brought sake for them. After only a swallow of the liquid, he stopped shivering and did a little dance in the middle of the floor. The father was, this was the behavior of the father after he drank. Then in next page, that afternoon, a neighbor stopped for a visit in Taro's house. Taro's father politely offered a cup of sake to that lady also. The lady drank it greedily and thanked the old man. And Taro told that lady, the guest, about the magic waterfall. Thinking them of the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. By nightfall, she had spread the story through the witch, the lady who came to Taro's house to as a guest when she was offered to drink sake. Okay, when she came to know about the story, how Taro got the sake from the stream, she spread about the story in the whole village. And that evening there was a long processions of visitors and woodcutters in the house. Each man heard the story of the waterfall and they took the sip of sake. And in less than an hour, the pitcher was empty. Okay, so what happened? Next morning, this line number 10, you can see here. In the next morning, when Taro went to the work, went to carried with him the largest pitcher he owned, for he intended to go to the waterfall and fill as much as sake as he can. Okay. Were already the neighbors near the waterfall. They were carrying their pitchers, jars, and buckets, anything they could find. Then one of the villagers knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. He drank and drank again and shouted angrily, "What? That? There is nothing. It is nothing but water only." Others also tried to drink from the stream, but they could not get what? Sake. Instead, they were all getting water from there, and they were saying that we have been tricked. The villagers were shouting, "Where is Taro? Let us drown him in this waterfall. He has lied to us." All the villagers got mad at Taro, that they thought that Taro was lying to them. But he come out in front of them, they might harm him. So everyone muttering with anger and disappointment, the villagers left the place one by one. Okay, then Taro secretly, when the stream, all the villagers left the stream alone, Taro came out of his hiding place and he was thinking, "Are what the villagers were saying is true or not? Yesterday I drank sake from this waterfall, and now today they were saying that it is just a waterfall. Maybe I was dreaming." So he once more went to the this waterfall and start drinking, and what? It was sake. So the thoughtful son. So Taro was quite surprised, because when he started drinking from the water from the stream, it was sake. It was not a ordinary water. So Taro was very happy and delighted also. He filled his pitcher, and so it was actually a magical. It was a magic waterfall which gave delicious sake to one who is hard-working and dedicated person, not to everyone else. And to others, it gave only cold water. So this is what is the story of Taro. The story of Taro and his magic waterfall reached the Emperor of Japan. The king of the Japan also came to know about the story. He sent for the young woodcutter and rewarded him 20 pieces of gold for having been such a good and kind-hearted. So by now everybody came to know that this is a magic waterfall, and one who is good-hearted, kind-hearted, gold-hearted, they are only provided with sake here. And then the emperor named the fountain as what? As the fountain in the city after Taro. The fountain मतलब क्या है? झरना, फव्वारा was named after Taro. He named the most beautiful fountain in the city after Taro. This said the emperor was to encourage all children to honor and obey the parents. So the emperor wanted to convey a message to other readers also, that if you will be thoughtful, kind and good person, God will reward you in some or the other way. Thank you, children. I tried my best to explain you in a very short way, and after listening to this, you have to read the story on your own, and if anywhere you find difficulties, you can consult me. Thank you, children.